By now, you probably know how to measure the length of something or count the amount of money you have. But today, we are going to learn about 3 new types of measurement: mass, weight, and volume. Mass is the amount of matter in an object. If something is made up of matter, it has mass. So the mass, or amount of matter, of an elephant is going to be greater than the mass of a paperclip. We can measure mass using a tool called a pan balance. The units of measurement for mass are grams, abbreviated lowercase g, and kilograms, abbreviated lowercase kg. There are 1,000 grams in 1 kilogram. Weight is defined as the amount of the gravitational pull of an object. It is the measurement of a force. At home, you might use a digital scale to find your weight. We usually measure our weights in units called pounds, abbreviated lowercase lb. What you are actually doing when you weigh yourself is measuring the force of the gravity keeping you on Earth. Scientists also use a tool called a spring scale to measure weight, or the force of gravity on an object. To use a spring scale, you hold the scale upright and connect the hook to whatever object you want to measure. Spring scales measure items in units called newtons. In 1 pound, there are about 4.5 newtons. Finally, let us talk about volume. Volume is the amount of space something takes up, and we can measure the volume of solids, liquids, and gases. We can measure the volume of liquid in tools called beakers and graduated cylinders. We measure volume in units called milliliters and liters. There are 1,000 milliliters in 1 liter. The measurement marks on the graduated cylinder or beaker measure milliliters. If we want to measure how much juice is in our cup, we would pour it into a beaker or graduated cylinder and read the marking where the juice rises and stops. Now you know the difference between mass, weight, and volume.